crafty people, thank you for watching today's video. Today is day 14 of my March Madness series where I create a card every single day in the month of March. So today is day 14. If you haven't seen my other videos, make sure you go back through and watch all of those. They're they're only like 5, I think the longest one was 20 minutes where I used a Memories and More card pack, but trying to keep them super quick, simple, and on to the next one. So every single day in March I will be posting a video, so make sure you subscribe to my channel so you do not miss any of them. Today's card is using the Fancy Flora Sweet Collection. So this is so adorable. Alright, so I already cut cardstock, that way it saves a little bit of time, makes these videos a lot quicker. But I do leave the dimensions in the description box along with a supply list of what I used. So I am using a Blushing Bride card base. This is just 8.5 by 5 1/4. And then a Calypso Coral. This is 2 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then the cardstock is, or the designer series paper is the Fancy Flora. This is 2 inches by 5 1/2. So this is, oh, just put this out real quick. This is kind of how I store my paper right now. If I have a sweet collection, I like to put it in these envelopes. That way all my little tiny pieces don't get lost until I've cut up a good chunk of them, and then I find a different way to organize them by putting them in small. The 6x6 ones I put in baggies once they're retired. But it helps keep all my scraps nice and organized. So this glitter paper here is the Fine Shimmer 12x12 paper pack. So it comes in gold, soft succulent, and fresh freesia. So pretty. And then the designer series paper, and what I haven't cut up, is so artsy, such pretty colors, adorable. Very, very artsy, and I love it. Alright, so that's how I store my paper. I've got a container right underneath my desk with all my designer series paper, and that makes it really, really easy for me. So we will be stamping in Petal Pink, Calypso Coral, and Starry Sky. So I just have a scrap piece of white. I didn't put anything on blocks yet, just to show you what layers are which. So the Petal Pink layer, I'm using this flower here. So I'm going to actually get out my paper piercing mat, because the photopolymer stamps, it can be kind of hard to get a good image because it doesn't have that rubber on the back. So the paper piercing mat helps with that issue. It gets a nice clear image. So I'm going to stamp the lines of the flower first, just because it makes it a little easier to line up after, because you're going to stamp off, and this is just another scrap piece of paper, so you're going to stamp off, and then you're going to line it up. So if you were to stamp off first and then try to line up, it would be way more difficult. So that's our first flower. Close that one up. The Calypso Coral flower is this one here, these two pieces. So again, I'm going to stamp the darker. I rocked that a little more than I probably should have, but And again, I'm going to stamp off and then line it up. Ooh. And then the smallest, oh, while we have out the happy birthday, that is from Something Fancy. Sorry about that. The Something Fancy. This is also in the suite. So, I'm going to get the happy birthday stamp. I'm going to make sure it's straight on here. And then I just have some scrap pieces. This is 1/2 inch. I'm going to be real careful not to rock this one. Oh, the ink gets along the edges and it makes it kind of difficult to get a good stamp. Alright, I'm just going to try it again. There we go. Much better. So then I'll just trim this up, make a little banner. Alright, so then our last flower is this little one at the bottom. So we are going to stamp that in Starry Sky. Ink it up, stamp it off, and this one has the little dots. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but that makes it kind of easy to line up. Pardon my head if it gets in here. There we go. Nope. So I just line up the center dots, and I found that to be the easiest way to stamp that flower. So now we're going to cut it. Oh, I'm going to close up this ink pad. So here are the two-tone Flora dies. This leaf here, I already cut out. I thought I already cut out. I did, but who knows where they went. I cut out two those little leaf sections, but looks like I'm going to have to do that again. Anyway, so it's got the flowers to cut out, and it also has this really beautiful, intricate die. So, so pretty. This is, I always say it's my favorite because they truly, I just love them all. It's so hard to pick your favorite. Oh, I found my leaves. They were on the ground. So I already cut this out of that shimmer paper. And I love this shimmer paper. It's not like your typical, ooh, come on. It's not like your typical glitter cardstock. You can rub on it and it's not like gritty. You can adhere paper on top of it without the adhesive sticking to the glitter sticking to it and causing it not to work. So already cut those out. Beautiful, beautiful. paper. So love that for this suite. So I am going to put this down. I'm going to get some washi tape. I'm just going to put 3 little sections of washi tape up here. And then we're going to line these up. Not that. These ones. Okay. So we're going to find the ones we need. These are pretty easy to line up. It's not, oh, guess we're using that one first. There we go. Line this one up. Some washi tape. This one. Alright, then we're going to run it through. Cut those beautiful flowers out. Stampin' Up! Makes it so easy coordinating all these wonderful products. That way you don't even have to like think about color coordinating or just overcomplicating things, because Stampin' Up! Does it all for you. And of course you can mix and match products, but you don't have to. You can just get what's in a suite collection and call that a day. You don't have to get more than necessary, or you could just use everything in a suite. And it'll make beautiful, beautiful cards. Countless beautiful cards. There's so many different ways you could use the stamp sets, because there's 2 different stamp and die sets in this suite collection. Just so pretty. So we've got our card base. We're going to start layering. Alright, I'll bring the sample card in again. Let me for a reminder of what it looks like. I'm going to add some multi-purpose Tombow glue onto the Calypso Coral cardstock, and again I will have all the dimensions in the description of this video. Ooh, we're going to do our bow first. So this is the pool party ribbon that coordinates with this suite. Just going to trim it. I'll end up making it prettier at the end. So I'm not tying this in a bow, just doing a quick knot. Alright, then I'm going to cut the tails at an angle. Alright, I'm going to slide this where I want it. Just love this suite. I can make so many cards using this. Okay, so see how it's not even here? I'm just going to trim that real quick. If you end up cutting your cardstock a little off, that's okay. I'm using my guillotine cutter. And then my scissors to make it a little neater. and no one would have known that you didn't, well, and you don't even have to do that. If you don't cut it perfect, that's okay. Nobody's gonna pick apart your handmade cards you give them. They're just gonna love it. But I just trimmed it off real quick. So I'm gonna put the large petal pink flower, the top right corner. Then I'm going to put down my sparkly leaves. Just layering. And I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of these flowers. I'm going to add a couple to each one. Okay. Put the Calypso Coral and the Starry Sky kind of on top of each other. And then I'm going to do the Happy Birthday with Dimensionals too, our little tag. There we go. And then I'm just going to add some sparkle. These are the iridescent pastel gems that also come in this sweet collection. So I'm going to use the Calypso Coral ones. And there you have it. Super simple, beautiful card. You could make up these flowers ahead of time, just mass produce a bunch of these flowers in a bunch of different colors and keep them on hand to add to any of your cards. If you don't know like a specific project that you're working on, or you don't have anything in particular in mind, you can always do that with like your flowers and your die cuts. Just cut out a bunch of different colors and have them on hand for any cards that you may be making in the future. So there you have it. I was going to do a breakdown of the giveaway prizes for this month as well, but I think I'm going to save that for the next video, just because this one is a little bit on the longer side. But I am doing a giveaway for March. All you have to do is make a purchase from Stampin' Up! Using me as your demonstrator, using the host code in the description box. There is no minimum purchase, but you do have to be from the US. I don't think I've said that in other videos, but I'm a US demonstrator, so you have to be from the US to be entered into that. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the rest of March's videos. And there is also a link down below to sign up for my newsletter, where you will also hear about any special promotions, classes, and videos that I have going on at the moment. So thank you so much for watching.